Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube video. Today I'm going to be giving you tips and tricks on Fall Guys Fall Mountain. This is after the update has come out with a little bit of the map changes as far as the more swinging hammers, the different ball movements or shot trajectories. So hopefully I can give you a few tips. Hopefully they're going to be pretty useful for you. But anyway, let's get into the gameplay and see how everything shakes out. All right, guys, again, appreciate you clicking on the video. Like I said, this is post-update, so there's a few more pieces here that are going to be a little bit different. I'm going to go through the entire gameplay first so that you can get a full-length run, and then we'll do some decision hunting as we go. A lot of this just goes into understanding where the balls are coming and making sure that you're looking well down the map before you're actually making your decisions up front on where you actually need to go. So anyway, let's get this footage rolling and get it started. As you can see, there's a couple of different changes that have happened with the end part as far as the swinging hammers. There's a few more added toward the top since the update. But anyway, my first recollection, or my first, little tidbit trip here is that you see this T-Rex on the right fall off and take a stumble. I always jump off that little lip because I've gotten hit by that before. Very first thing off the bat, move your camera up. Move your camera up, make sure that you can see where things are coming. Now, the timing here on each one of these, I'm taking the path that I normally take, and I miss a timing here because the second ball came in and hit the first ball. I thought I could get around the first ball, but I didn't see where the second ball was coming from. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, but this path that I am taking right now is mostly the path that you want to take at any given moment. Just due to the fact that it gives you more opportunistic movement and freedom to be able to do what you need to do. I do get eliminated at the end here, but you can see that I am grabbing the crown. It's just more or less what do you call it? A latency, a ping between the two. And he had faster ping than I did, but this gameplay is still really useful for you to be able to get some tips and tricks. Let's run it back. I'll give you like an understanding of where I want, where I decide to run. Not where I think is beneficial. So hopefully it can help you out and give you something good here. So anyway, this Fall Mountain that we're playing has 10 people on it. Those 10 people are make this a little bit more difficult. I start off in the back row, but I get a very good jump for some reason up to the front row, become running with everybody pretty congruently. If you're in the back row here, man, you got to do some fighting. You got to be pretty clean running up the entire mountain in case you want to win. But here we go. This is what my thought process is. So anywhere off this orange jump, I feel like you want to jump off that and head straight for the right side of this little platform right in the middle here. Look up, watch where the balls are swinging and where everything is coming down. Most of the time there is a ball that falls on the outside lane here to flip that first paddle around. And then you have a couple more balls that come through but swing to the far left side of the green barricade here, the green partition that I'm running past at this point. So coming to the end of this green barricade, so you've had the ball hit the outside panel. You want to just keep running straight, but you want to be on the left side of the partition. If there is at some point an RNG factor where a ball is coming and it looks like it's going to come hit you, swing to the other side of the partition. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't really hurt you at all. But right on the side of this partition is where I feel like the best opportunity is for you to be able to make it through this. Coming up on this next section where the flippers are, what I want to do is I want to go on the left side of this back right flipper, but I have to be careful about this yellow diamond that is right beyond the flipper. There's a lot of times where a ball will come streaking, will be shot once you get to this part, and come streaking straight at that thing that's going to throw a ball in front of you. There are two methods that you can do to get around this. If you are far enough up front, you can actually swing very far left, which is what I'm doing here, just because I have these two guys right on my hip. I wasn't able to actually calculate what would be the most effective, but I want to swing all the way back right at the end, at the next part. I want to get all the way back to the right. So, and there's one main reason why I want to do that later on in the course. But at this point, these two guys have been fighting me. And so I want to make sure that I swing far left because I haven't been able to calculate where the balls are coming from since I'm having to fight these two guys. But I want to make sure that I am far enough away that if a ball came and hit that yellow pyramid and pushed it off into my pathway, that I would be far enough away to be able to run around it or get around it without being touched. That's the reason that I'm so far left here. Luckily, there's no ball there, so I'm able to run around it and be able to continue on. This next part, I'm having the guys run behind me, and I'm trying to stay ahead of them, so I don't want to release. I didn't notice the second ball was being shot as far as it was or as fast as it was into the direction. And so I get hit by this first ball because I took the pathway thinking that it was going to either go on the other side of the pyramid or stick to the wall more than it did. I thought that I could get around it, but it actually jumps off the front of the pyramid and I get hit, which is probably the worst detriment that you could probably have at that point. But moving past this area, you want to stick to the right wall as far as possible. You don't necessarily have to. If you're more comfortable running on the left side, that's fine. The reason that I run to the far right side is the way that the hammer runs or swings. What you want to do for any of these hammers is never fight the hammer. Fighting the hammer or running against the hammer is the part where everybody seems to always get hit and falter. The thing that I like about the right side is I don't have to run around the outside of the hammer. I can just run to the right side and then it's right side, right side, right side. I don't have to, right side, then left side, or right side, left side, right side. I don't have to really switch. It's just I'm on the right wall. I can run up the right wall the entire way without having to worry about the hammer swinging and hitting me in the wrong direction. So with that being said, these additional hammers at the top here that they introduced, running on the left side is going to get you knocked back, is what I immediately noticed, which is where the benefit of running on the left side might become evident. If you can find a shorter path on the left side, that top hammer, you wouldn't have to run around the outside. You'd be able to run on the interior because of the way, I take that back. The way that it's swinging, it looks like you'll have to run around the outside. So I still think the right side is probably the most beneficial part. So with what we're going on when we're running up to the crown, there's a nice timing mechanism that you got to hit here if you want to be able to jump straight into it and be properly aligned with it. Obviously, we don't get that when we're here. It's already down, and then it starts going back up once everybody starts running toward it. So we all stop. For me personally, what I do in this scenario is I grab the guy with the baseball shirt or whatever just to throw off his jump timing. I release and then I jump and press R2. Obviously, since the other dude is there, he gets the grab and I don't. But you see where the baseball player has actually fallen below due to the fact that I threw off his movement with the grabbing. So just a thought process for you when you're trying to jump up. I do beat the baseball guy, which is the one that I went for. But the other guy gets a free shot at the crown and he actually gets it. So very unfortunate for me. I didn't get my win, but it's okay because I feel like the game is too fun to not play. So I'm going to keep playing it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I hope these tips and tricks have been pretty helpful for you. I'm not sure there's too much that I can expand on. Follow the path that I run. It's probably the fastest and most beneficial. There's two little problem spots that you got to watch out for, and it's that yellow pyramid and then the hammers at the top. You gotta time them right and make sure that you're going correctly. Well, I guess the second one would be the first flap or the first rotating thing. Anyway, you've got the video. You kind of understand what's going through my brain on each part of those. So I hope that those help you a little bit. But I'm going to wrap it up there as far as the tips and tricks. So I appreciate you watching the video. It's very, very kind of you. If you have any comments that would be helpful for people on things that you think might be faster or tips and tricks for me to be able to have me do better, maybe you have a better running area and I can try and run that out for myself and update the video if needed. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Hope you have a wonderful day. Leave a comment, leave a like, hit the sub button for me for more helpful content. It would be much appreciated. I do stream every single day on Twitch. The link is down in the description below if you'd like to come and hang out and be a part of the community. That'd be super wonderful. But other than that, I don't have much more for you. There should be some content showing up. If you want to click one of those, that'd be absolutely amazing too. Anyway, have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. Goodbye. Adios. Later.